Hello friends, welcome to my channel The Risk Management Research, and I'm Sonjai Kumar. This is my part 2 of risk from generative AI. This time, I have given the title of the two sides of Gen AI. Let me just put the pointer. Yeah. So as we have discussed in our previous discussion about Gen AI giving a lot of opportunities, and it has given a lot of people are using it and making the life really easy. But simultaneously, it is also increasing the significant risk that everybody should be aware of. And myself being the risk management professional, I have a kind of a tendency to look at what are the risks coming from it. And in this particular discussion, I will also talk about the risk from World Economic Forum has come out with the risk report of 2024, and they are also talking about risk from these type of the information that is coming it out. So these models used to generate convincing misinformation and impersonate real people, and of course automate tasks that could replace the human work. This is the another side of the Gen AI, that it can automate the work, right? But simultaneously, where I'm particularly interested is that what disruption it can cause. So let's look at into the next slide. I was talking about where does and what does the World Economic Forum 2024 risk is talking about. So they had asked around 1500 risk professionals around the globe about their opinion about the various risks, and they are doing it for I think last 19-20 years. And every year the top risks keep on changing. For this particular year, the 2024, the top risk that has come out is extreme weather. uh, it is voted by 66% of the people, which is rightly so, because our planet Earth is in danger, and we have been seeing various disturbances and extreme weathers in the different part of the world. Recently, we saw what happened in the Dubai flood and the amount of loss it has undertaken. The second risk, this is the one of the new entrant in the top risk category, is the AI generated misinformation and disinformation. This is what 53% of the people has voted it as the top risk. 46% people voted for the societal and political polarization. Inflation or the cost of living crisis is the number 4 risk, and cyber attack is the number 5 risk. Surprisingly, war or conflict, it is not figuring it out among the top 5 risks. Um, the risks are categorized in terms of the 2 year category, that is what are the risks that can materialize within 2 years time, and also what are the risks that can materialize within the 10 years time. So I have not taken into account what has what could materialize within the 10 years time. I have only taken into the account what can materialize within the 2 years time, which is I can consider it as in the near future. So the top risk is misinformation and disinformation, and the second risk is the extreme weather. Then it comes societal polarization, cybersecurity, and then it comes interstate armed conflict, uh, lack of economic opportunity, inflation, uh, involuntary migration, economic downturn, and pollution. So these are the top 10 risks that World Economic Forum has identified for 2024 in the next 2 years time. Some of the things that I would like to highlight for this particular the top risk, which is I think in some countries it is already getting visible. What it says is that close to 3 billion people are expected to head for electoral poll. uh, 3 billion people, I just checked that what is the global population as on 1st January 2024. It's now 8 billion, which means that 38% of the population is going for an election in next 2 years. And the report says that it includes Bangladesh, India, Indonesia, Mexico, Pakistan, United Kingdom, and the United States over the next 2 years time. The widespread use of misinformation and disinformation and the tool to disseminate it may undermine the legitimacy of the newly elected government. This is a very serious risk that is being highlighted. Resulting unrest could range from violent protest and hate crimes to civil confrontation and terrorism. That's what the report is saying. It further says that it is easy to interface to large societal artificial intelligence models have already enabled an explosion of falsified information and so-called synthetic content, from sophisticated voice cloning to counterfeit websites. Uh, this has been already have been seen. So, World Economic Forum, I think, have really hit on the nail that these are the risks. And in my last video, I had also, presented that NIST is coming it out with the risk management framework for risk resulting from genai, and different governments are also coming it out with the regulation, but I think it is still in a very initial stage. So what it can do, the potential for misinformation and deception, it can create a fake news. It can have an impersonation, automated disinformation. So generative AI can be used to create highly convincing fake news article, social media post, and other content that can mislead and manipulate people. This is one of the big risk with these type of tool. These models can generate fake audio, images, and the video that appears to be real people, enabling impersonation and fraud. Malicious actors can use Gen AI to automate the creation and spread of misinformation at unprecedented scale. So these are the things that these tools can do, and the harm that it comes to our society and to us. And we need to be more careful about what it can do. And we are also observing that the impact of the deep fake, which is coming it out, that somebody is basically speaking as if someone is real and trying to fool the people. This is what the concern about the job displacement. um, it can create content creation. It can be very quick. The content can be created, and there could be risk of replacing the human work. Customer service, the currently where the humans are currently are using it are there, their job can be taken. Skill task can be automated. So these are the other side of it, right? Let's move on to the next one. So, what are the ethical consideration in artificial intelligence development, which is resulting into the such risks? Transparency and accountability, algorithmic bias, privacy and data rights, and human oversight. So AI system must be developed with a clear ethical guidelines and mechanism for transparency and accountability. This is one need to take care of while engaging into these kind of tools. Algorithmic bias, AI model can perpetuate and amplify existing biases, which must be carefully addressed during the development. These are basically the do's and the don'ts. The collection and the use of personal data by AI system raise significant privacy concern that must be addressed. And human oversight, there should be an appropriate human oversight and the decision making authority ensure system are not causing harm. And if I'm not wrong, the risk management framework that is being developed by the NIST is addressing exactly these issues. Not only these four issues, but I think they have got something like 12 issues that they are addressing. So, risk of algorithmic bias and the discrimination. What are those? The biases, the data bias. AI model are trained on data that may reflect historical biases and inequalities, leading to unfair outcome. That's one of the issue, that the data is already biased, and hence the result output, it could be biased because the one who is coding it could have a biasness because of the individual. AI systems are deployed at a scale, their bias can be amplified, leading to widespread discrimination and the social harm. Privacy and data security challenges. AI models require large data sets which can be vulnerable to the breaches and the misuse. Powerful AI powered surveillance and the monitoring system can threaten individual privacy. Individuals must have control over how their personal data is used. And current law and regulations may not adequately address the privacy and the security of risk posed by the AI system. So these are the challenges existing within the privacy and the data security challenges, and this need to be addressed through the regulations. Risk future humanity, super intelligence. This is one area where the concern is raising that the machine may become a super intelligent. One of the parallel example of this super intelligence that I can think of is genetic engineering. Um, that need to be seen that how does the genetic engineering and these type of models matches, because genetic engineering is not allowed globally. Misaligned goals. AI system may be developed with the objectives that are misaligned with the human values and the interests, leading to unintended harm. The rapid development of the advanced AI could trigger a technological singularity where the future become increasingly difficult to predict and control. These are the another risk categories. Strategies for responsible AI. So how these risks can be controlled? Ethical framework, that's what we have talked in our previous discussion. Developing a clear ethical guidelines and the principle to guide AI development and the deployment. World Economic Forum has also talked about to combating growing risk. Government are beginning to roll out new and evolving regulation to target both host and the creator online. disinformation and illegal content. For example, the example is given that the China is trying to have the content which is created by AI, Gen AI has got a watermark so that it can be identified that that content is basically the, the coming from Gen AI output. Need to increase the regulatory oversight. I think that is in this direction. The work is already on. Multi-stakeholder collaboration, fostering collaboration between governments, industry, academia, and the civil society to address the complex challenge. I think that's where I think next collaboration, next frontier where this collaboration is required. Transparency and accountability, ensuring AI systems are transparent in their decision making process, that are there in the mechanism for the accountability. So these are some of the things which are being suggested, and work is on in that direction. So I think the challenge is existing, and work is going on towards looking at the two sides of it. The one side, is already very, very shining it. The other side, which is the riskier side, the work is on that how to address those risks and simultaneously get the benefit of the shining side of it. So I would request you to share your thoughts, what you like, what you don't like, and what are your thoughts. Please subscribe to the channel, and goodbye. Thank you, and keep watching. Bye bye.